So who did you support when you were younger?
I supported City.
City fan, yeah.
Just got to say that.
No, I actually did, but it wasn't. I liked every team. Like, it was probably whoever had the nicest football kit.
Yeah.
I liked them. And then my best friend who got me into football, he started supporting City. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it as well. But it kind of like stuck. I enjoyed watching them. I enjoy how they played. Like, I really started to enjoy it. So
There's similarities with the way that City first team, men's team play across women's and academy, isn't there? We sort of all try and play that same style. As a young player, is that an attractive proposition, being part of a team that plays 4-3-3, passes the ball and wants possession?
yeah, definitely. You know, you always want to have the ball. Like, you don't want to be off the ball as
Chasing for it.
Yeah, exactly. The funnest bit is being on the ball, scoring goals, but also just trying to like work the process and work out how you're gonna beat a team and break them down. I think that's the most fun thing, and we do that at this club. So yeah, it's definitely attractive football.
So when you signed your first pro contract, which was in 2020, 4 years ago, what was the reaction of your family? Because they must be so proud at that moment.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was kind of like, oh my God, like, you've wanted to do this like your whole life, and like, here it is. Like, I'm so proud. Like, now you've got to show them, like, show them who you are. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's because a lot of people would get to that point and think, job done there. But actually, that's like almost one of the first steps, isn't it? There's so much more to do after that.
Yeah, for me, I think that was just like the start point. It was like, right, like, how do I get the next one? What am I doing to improve myself every single day?
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously my parents would always push me on that too. So.
And tell us about, because you've used the loan system obviously to go to Everton, and it seemed, Paul and I were talking before, it seemed like a really positive experience for you. What did you get out of that year? Because I saw, you wrote a lovely Instagram post when the time came to come back to City, so you'd obviously benefited from it.
Was it a big decision for you to go on loan, or was it always part of the process?
No, it was a big decision because I love being here. Like, that it's so hard to sit down and think, well, where else do I see myself? Because I really do see myself here. So it was like, I need to play. Like, I need to get that experience, actually playing football, because there's only so far I feel like you can go training. Like, you need to get them match scenarios.
You need to play games, don't you?
Exactly, and the physical side of it, like the running 90 minutes, like, you need to get that back to back. Like, I think it was just the time that I really needed to push on and do that. And it wasn't an easy decision. Like, I was a bit like that with it. Like, what do I do? Like, and then making the decision was probably the best thing that I did. I think, like you said, I really enjoyed my time there. The girls were absolutely incredible, and the staff. And I think Everton was the right club because the way that they want to progress young English women. So I think
perfect for you.
It was a perfect fit.
Was it always, did you speak to Gareth before you went away? Was it always with a view of just going and playing games and coming back here to kick on again?
Yeah, definitely. We had a conversation beforehand, and I think he understood, like, that I needed to get game time and kind of bridge that gap between, potential and then actually, like, showcasing what I can do and, like, getting that little step as to play. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And it just shows you the determination you've got, because a lot of people in all these surroundings would be quite happy.
It's nice and easy, wouldn't it, to sit around, but to go away for a year and challenge yourself to try and play.
Well, this is the thing, like, I love football. There's no point in being anywhere if you're not going to play the thing that you actually love to do. So
and of course it's worked, because obviously I don't want to date this podcast too much because I don't know when it's going to go out, but you've had an amazing few weeks, really kind of forced yourself into the team, taken an opportunity. Obviously Jill Roord got injured, you've come in. Talk to me about this period. Is this the best football you've played, do you think? Yeah,
definitely. I think, being in such a football based team, I think, I always just wanted that chance, and I think playing in the middle as well does suit me. I can play the wing. I enjoy playing the wing as well, but I have always been a midfielder. So getting that opportunity to play in the midfield when I came on, I was like, right, let's go have it. Like,
you can tell that when you see you play.
Yeah, you can. Like, I just really enjoy that role. I enjoy doing the hard bits, getting back, tracking, making the tackles, winning the ball back, and I enjoy creating goals or creating anything. Like, I just enjoy it.
Yeah, I was speaking to Alan Mann just before, and Sean Goater, and they were saying that obviously your technical ability is there for everybody to see, and people will look at you and say you're that sort of player, but said your work ethic and your determination and the stuff off the ball that you do for the team cannot be overlooked at all. Do you know what I mean?
And I think I feel a lot more comfortable in the middle, like doing them roles and like jumping out and pressing from them roles and winning the ball back in that area. It just feels more comfortable because I've done it all my previous life before. So. And
presumably you see more of the ball in that position, don't you? Because I suppose on the wing you're waiting for someone to feed you, whereas in the middle you're right involved all the time.
And like as a winger, it's completely different. You know, you have the line, and you have most of the time one player to beat. So when you're in the middle and you turn and there's a player, it's like, oh, what can you do to get past them, or where can you go to find the space? And that's the bit in my head that I enjoy. That's the bit that I like to, you know, be under pressure and playing in.
I was going to ask you about Yui Hasar as well, obviously playing alongside in that midfield three now, but what an amazing footballer she is. Just tell me as somebody who's never played the game professionally, why do I really like watching her play, do you think?
I think she's just so clever, like she's so on it is my word, like she knows where the ball's going to go. She knows
she's one step ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's just ready for anything, and I think, you know, she's so small but she can handle anything. Like the way that she uses her body is incredible, and on the ball I just feel like she has another mind, seeing things that other people can't see. And yeah, she's just incredible. I know that if I make a run, she'll find me. If I'm in the gap and I move, she'll find me still. Like, yeah, she's so good to play with, and the communication that she actually gives me from behind, like, because she's just slightly back from me, is incredible. Like, I feel like so safe with her.
Yeah.
Do you know?
She's like an extra pair of eyes for you almost.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And that's I feel amazing. Like if I do, you know, overstep or something, she's going to be there anyway. So, yeah, it's really good to play with her.
Really good. And the Chelsea game recently, obviously, we went there and won. They had an incredible home record that we've ended, and you were heavily involved in the winner. Does a moment like that in a game as big as that must be the ultimate confidence booster, isn't it? To know that you can make a definitive, decisive impact in a huge game for the club.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's always nice to contribute to like goals and assists and stuff, but I think just the way we played and the way, like, at the end when it was getting hard, what we were doing for each other, I think that's, like, coming off the game, I think that's the biggest thing you can turn around. It's not just about the goal. Obviously we need goals to win, but what we actually did at the opposite end probably won us that game.
Yeah, I was
just the goal.
Just going to go on to the team spirit. Seems fantastic.
Yeah.
And I remember speaking to Gareth at the beginning of last season, and I think there was about 6 or 7 changes to the squad, and he was saying then it probably won't be till next season that you get the best of it, and it was only Jill that came in the summer, wasn't it?
It seems to be revving now,
having that group together.
I think, you know, we just found another level of like togetherness. Like, I don't know what it is, but it just feels so like together. Like, you know, we're always like wanting to do stuff together, even off pitch. Like, we always want to go for coffees and things like that, and I think it really, really helps, you know, what we're doing on the pitch.